Perfetto. Let's hope she holds. Let's hope she holds. YouTube. So there's the possibility in the year ahead that I will put all of this under its own streaming home, so that we would not be on YouTube or Facebook. There'd be no charge like before, no gateway, but what it would be is a chance for us to have more consistency, that are less likely to be bumped off. So you can let me know if you are partial to Facebook or YouTube. I would very much like to be off of them, but I don't want to lose anybody. So your thoughts are welcome on that one. And just this morning, if you are interested, the newsletter went out. And just for fun, because it's the start of December, I put up a recommendations, my gift recommendations for 2020, things that I've really, really loved this year. For example, a link to So Botanical and Teresa. You know, if you want to support local, women-owned, amazing home apothecary stuff, So Botanical makes this incredible pain oil, which is helping. I have tendinitis in my hand. I've listed out books. This Living Ayurveda book that just came out last month is phenomenal. So if you didn't get that in your inbox, it is always up on the website. So if you choose, it's right there for you. We have had Sue York ushering her brother out of this life, and we have had Jenna as the grandmama, with Molly ushering Nina into this life. So we have a beautiful new Bulgarian baby in our community, and we have a beautiful Sue York taking care of her brother, leaving this community. Show us the sacred in everything. Help us to recognize it in the simplest of things. Hold our little hands when we're uncertain and we don't want to let go of what has become comfortable. Let us recognize what needs to pass because it is so heavy. Bathe us in deep trust of your infinite mystery and baptize us in the waters of love and light. Palms together, heart high, eyes closed. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me, rising to meet it all. Inhale to begin. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists. Build your playlist, set yourself up. Come to the top of your mat. We start the playlist at horizon. At horizon. You must forgive me as I get this sorted. At the top of your mat, come on to the tiptoes and put your hands on your hips and walk about a little bit side to side, a little bit forward and back until you can feel that you've settled yourself. Then slowly drop your heels. And on an inhalation, hands up, heels up. Exhale, hands down, heels down. We go from there. Inhaling up. And down. Inhale. And then exhale. One more. Hands stay high. Heels descend. Hands widen. Step your left foot back. Sweep your hands up high. Inhale, lift up, look up. Turn your palms away. Soft front knee. Fold. Hinge at the hips. Backs of your hands to the spine. Inhale, reach wide. Become precise. If you are familiar with our movements here, become precise. Reach into the fingers. Anchor into the back heel. Fold. Reach wide. There is deliberation and power even as we move gently. One more. And fold. Stay breathing. Breathing out. Reach wide, reach high. And stepping up. Left, right foot steps back. Lift your gaze, turn your palms, soft front knee, fold. So we're lengthening through the backs of the legs, through the back of the spine, and then reaching into the fingertips, into the throat to fold. The heart, the head, the hips, the heels, open. And fold. Stay long, stay steady. And a breath in, a breath out. Sweep wide, rise up. Hands high, stepping up. And sweep wide. Take your block, set it inside your left foot. Right foot steps back to a warrior two. So your hands go wide, your left knee bends, and then inhaling, hands up, heart up. Exhale. Inhale through the head into the heart, and exhale right down into the feet. Starting with these first vayus, pranvayu, inhaling, right to the heartbeat. Exhaling, what is unnecessary, what is unneeded, put it down through the ground. Elbow to thigh, reaching over. And then warrior two. Left knee stays bent, inhale, draw back. And then exhale, warrior two, side angle. Take your time. Be deliberate and be powerful. Good. Elbow to thigh. Right hand to a fist, right elbow to rib, look down. Reach out, look up. Exhale down. Inhaling out. Exhaling down. And reach. Stay. Turn your chin from side to side. Anchor into your right heel, long through the right leg, out through the right hand. Look up. Left hand down to the blocks if you choose. Let it get a little louder, a little brighter. Give it a moment of time to settle, to ignite, to arrive. Right hand reaches back, look down, reach back, reach back, reach back. Splay your fingers wide, then right hand to the blocks. Pivot on your feet, take it to the back. So your right foot blocks inside, left hand back, warrior two, float. And down. Notice the difference, right side body, left side body. Right side hip, left side hip. Just notice what's changed. And then warrior two to stand. Elbow to thigh, sweep over the top. And then returning through warrior two, keep your right knee bent, reverse. Be strong. Be intentional, be deliberate. Each movement holds information. Each movement holds an opening and a strength. Good. To reach over, to stay. Left hand fist, elbow to rib, and then reach out. Deliberate that you're reaching from your heel to your hand, the whole left side changing. And then staying. Right hand down to the block, right knee bends, your kneecap on the wall behind you. The left heel to the floor, stay until it becomes a little more brilliant. Not dramatic, not distressing, but maybe a little louder, a little fuller, a little more complete. Left hand high and back, look down and back, and down to the blocks. Both blocks up to the front. Hands sweep high and wide, lift the gaze, lift the heart. And again, hands wide, knees bend, down the backs of your thighs, dropping your head. If you need to, hands on blocks. And then back up. Inhaling. And exhaling, folding. And rising. Reach wide into your fingers, open the backs of your arms, the inner heart, and then fold. Lift halfway, hands on shins, hands on blocks, hands on thighs, you pick, and fold in. Lift halfway, lengthen out, and fold in. Lift halfway. Fold and pause. And in that fold, hands behind the ankles, your hands draw the feet up. The heels draw down into the floor, and that drawing up and drawing down, feel the length in your spine. Feel the length from your heels to the tips of your toes. The length of your feet will make length in the hamstrings. And put your hands down. Step back, down dog. Bring your knees down to your blanket. No, bring your blanket onto your mat and put both feet to the left side. Cross your left foot in front of your right. Bring your knees down to the blanket. Left is in front of right, feet wide. Exhale, hips towards your heels. Fold in and rinse out the outer hips, the low belly, the low back. Inhale, rise up, lengthen and broaden. Exhale, deliberate, powerful, purpose. We're making clarity in the body. We're not waiting for clarity to happen. Inhale, rise up. This is not about circumstance. It's about intention. Fold. Stay. Hands flat to the floor. Elbows soft. The head heavy. The face open. Soften your hips, your inner thighs, your knees until your toes can move. And rise up. Tuck of the toes, lift of the hips. Take your right foot in front of the left and bring your knees down. Heels widen and fold your way back. Inhale up, chest broad, and then folding hips to heels. Rising, opening, lengthening, and fold. 3, 2. Drop your head, soften your elbows, deepen your breath. Deliberately make your way into your hips, your knees, to your toes. To rise. Good. Down dog, paddle it out, one and then the other. One and then the other. One knee bends, the other heel down. Until you can press and pause and just feel the change you've made inside thighs, outer hips, backs of calves. Set your blanket aside and walk your feet to your hands. So if you can't find a deep squat, you can also set a block between your hips, underneath your hips. For now, if you can, heels maybe off the floor or heels flat, tuck of the chin, reach out through your hands, and then draw your elbows back. backs of your arms against the shins. Inhale, reach out. And exhale, draw back. We will be working this shape on Saturday in our vinyasa. Really building a beautiful bakasana. And all the ways that it clears what's caught in the hips and through the heart. And in 2 weeks, you will do a one-legged crow. Watch. It's going to be great. But you got to tune in. You got to do the work. Palms together, heart high, deep in the crease. Lengthen your spine. Draw the crown of your head up. Draw your heels down. Press your palms together. And then drop your seat to the floor. Lying all the way back. Knees bent, feet flat. As though for a bridge. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. Day 14. 4th day of Advent. Hands up high, hips up high. 3rd day of Advent. And as your hands come down, your hips come down. Make sure your heels are directly beneath your knees. Press your heels down to lift your hips, to reach your hands up high. Hands down, hips down, heart down. And inhale up and open. And down. One more time. Roll the spine off the floor. And then bring your elbows down. Tuck a shoulder, tuck another. Elbows down, hips high. As though you could widen between the left hip point and the right hip point. Stand in your heels and your elbows. Let the back of your neck be long. Daily maintenance. Roll your way down. Hands to thighs, press away. Space in the body. Hands to shins, bring your knees to your chest, a little wag of the tail. Heels up, hands overhead, inhaling. Hands to your shins, exhaling. So you're rolling the backs of the hips off the floor. And then you're pressing your heels into the sky. Again, with power and with precision. Maybe that's your work, or hands come down beside your heels, and the work is in the low belly. Or lastly, you would lift your head and shoulders, nose between the knees. Three, 2, 1. Arms wide or underneath the backs of your hips to widen your heels and then cross high up on the thigh or cross at the ankles. Inhale, open, exhale to cross. Flex your feet. To modify, bend your knees softly, but stay strong and deliberate. Exhale, each cross. Axe, axe. A little quicker, a little smaller perhaps. Three, 2, 1. Heels wide. Lift your head and shoulders. Reach between your legs. Your hands on the backs of your thighs. Keep hold. Roll your head and shoulders to the floor. Stay. Roll your thighs forward into your hands and press into your heels. Use your hands to broaden and widen through the inner thighs. To the inner arches of your feet, to the balls of your feet, to the tips of your toes. Press your seat. What is beneath you, the base of your pelvis, press it away from the top of your head, opening. A little bend in the knees, and then press. Inhale, a little bend. Exhale, a press. Deliberate, precise, and powerful. One more. And pressing steady, stay. Draw the low back toward the floor. Press the heels away. Press your seat away from the top of your head. Widen with your hands. 3. Deepen the breath. 2. So bend at the knees and the feet coming in. And the pause. Roll your way up to a simple seat on the edge of your blanket, on the edge of your block, or on the edge of your chair, wherever you go. Spine tall. Right shin is crossed in front of the left. Put a block in front. Good morning. And begin to sweep side to side. Eyes closed. Sometimes I can show up and go through the motions, and sometimes that's enough because that's all I had was to get there. And the magic of these motions continues even if I simply show up for them. But then there are days when there is more of me, but I'm not offering it. I'm not committed. I'm just in habit. What do you have to offer? Because the posture will reward you equally. What do you have to offer? Dignity, intention, and power. Right hand comes down, left hand to the outer right knee. Turn your navel to the right. Inhale up the spine, and exhale, turn your ribs. Inhaling up the spine, turn your shoulders. And turn the chin. And the deliberation here is knowing that a twist isn't about 100%. A twist is about 60% giving effort and 40% receiving the turn to the center. Hands on blocks. Walk your seat back. And pause. So seat back, outer knees down, heart forward. Walk your forearms down. Work here, or walk your fingertips forward, putting your forehead on the block if you choose. Walk yourself up. Change the cross of your legs. Left is in front of you, side to side. Attend to how you're moving. Doesn't mean that it's aggressive or forceful. Attend to how you're moving, because it's how you're living. That's all. Not to judge it, but to notice, so you know what you're up to. Be aware. Make sure it's how you want it. Right hand to the left knee. Left hand behind you. Turn the navel left. Settle. And inhale up the spine. Turn the ribs left. Turn the shoulders. And the chin. Center. Hands on block, walk your seat back. Maybe this is your work. Or forearms down. Or fingertips forward, forehead on the block. Fingertips press down and press away. Walk up. Just double check if you started late. Playlist is at slow motion. Hands on thighs, sitting tall. Begin your circles. I will be quiet much of today. Just get us started with each motion. As though seated on a 6-inch disc, go around the periphery. The spine stays straight up and down, which means the top of your head inscribes a circle above you, just like the circle below. Eyes closed. You are internalizing your attention, your awareness, your sensations. How is it that every moment could become sacred? Awareness. Pause tall. Take your forehead towards your right knee. Inhale up. And towards your left knee. Just continue folding, follow the breath. Out and down, in and up. One more. To be tall and still. Right hand to the center of the chest, left hand on top, turning left, turning right. Inhale left, exhale right. Let the chin turn. Turn from the base. The upper back follows. Three, two, center. hands on thighs. Forward fold down the middle. Support yourself with your hands. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Next step, hands on shoulders, palm facing down. Inhale up, elbows broad. Exhale, fold. Heels are forward so that you have something to press into the floor to help you up and down. Work here, or full kriya, hands behind the head, palms face forward, elbows broad. A little fold, a hinge at the hips, or the forehead towards finding the floor. Pause tall, hands to your thighs, notice. The vayus are the ways in which energy is carried through the body, the currents, the winds. Comes in, it goes out, it is digested, made sense of, distributed, and used. Come on to hands and knees, putting your blanket beneath your knees for support. Toes are tucked under. Tuck of the chin, head down. Little move of the hips side to sides. Take your time, set it up. And then cat-cow. Exhale to round. Inhale to open. And very naturally, allow it to quicken. And that isn't about effort, it can be more about allowing your head to be heavy. That there can be ease through the body and through the breath. And that ease is what generates the power. 3, 2, keep that movement, or adding the lift of the hands, palms together, the round of the back, the tuck of the chin. So your hips tuck towards your chin towards your navel, and then you lift your hands, palms together, maybe even elbows together. Inhale, you lift, exhale down one more time. Just moving ourselves forward and back. To build your frog, if you know your frog, go to it. We just have a total count of 21. If you want to pay attention, you can build it up. Right now, we're still working at 12 because we're halfway through the month. Hands on blocks. Inhaling, hips up, heels together. Bend to the knees. Inhale, hips up, exhale, bend. If it doesn't work for you, I want you to do a little bit of a squat. Bend to the knees, hands open. Exhale, inhale. Last option, holding the outer feet. Inhale, hips up, exhale, sit down, 10. And 1. Set your blocks, blankets aside, come to stand. Shake out the hands, shake out the feet, shake out the hips. The feet begin to move, turning. If turning your feet isn't possible, I want you to just keep your heels on the floor, move your hips, move your hands. If you can get off, your knees follow your feet. Your hips follow your knees. Your hands, your elbows get involved. Deliberate now and powerful. exactly the same state of mind through every gesture. Through the navel. Can you get it a little deeper into the body, into the heart, out the fingers, out the toes? 5, 4, 3, 2, and land. When you can, in and out through the nose. Feel the upheaval, breathe it in, and breathe it out. Whatever you're uncovering, unsticking, unseating, breathe it out. And maybe by the end of 40 days, we will have just cleared the basement, the lines, the grouting between the tiles. Blessed light. Down to your belly. Down to your belly for a little bit of play. Anything around the outside edges of your mat, set it aside. Take your left hand forward and roll to your left side, drawing your right knee open as you go. And then roll to belly down and a little baby cobra. And roll your right arm out and roll to the right. And a little baby cobra. And so we'll work cobra on Saturday as well. The front body opening, the base body stabilizing. Roll open, roll down. One more each side. Roll through the abdomen. Roll through the sides. Loosen and open. And find center. Walk your left hand out, fingertips only, and tuck your left toes under. Reach your right hand back. Hold the outer ankle or reach for it. Inhaling up, lift your thigh. Exhale down. Just do what you can do. If you can't reach your foot, just lift your heart, reach your hand back, open the chest, and roll down through the abdomen and roll up for 3 more. Staying, whisper of ha. Close the mouth, out the nose 12 times. Down. Right hand down. Right toes tuck under, knee off the floor, left hand back, hold the ankle, and rise. And descend. Inhaling up. And down. And stay. Close the mouth, out the nose. Like you were sweeping the floors, clearing the counters. 5, 4, 3, 2, down. Arms long in full prostration, or fold your forearms, forehead down. Let your hands walk back. A little moment in child's pose, knees wide, toes together. Just drop into the hinge of the hips. Lengthen out your low back. Got some comments that that part is a little bit tricky on the low back, so pause as you need to. And then up into your seat. So bolster, block, or chair. Legs crossed, heels are forward under your knees, Sukhasana. Hands on thighs. A clockwise circle. You're seated on a clock. Your head is 12, behind is 6. To the right is 3, to the left is 9. clockwise. And now get juicy into the abdomen. Into the abdomen. That you could rinse out your inner organs, that you could assist in all the ways in which what is unfinished can leave your body. The digestion, the metabolism, the light, the nutrition, the intelligence, the gut, brain. Give it your attention. Give it some movement. Three, two, pause tall, and notice the abdomen, everything below the diaphragm, everything above the seat on the floor. Bring it down into your back. Life is a gift. This is the heart of Kundalini message, of the tantric understanding of why we're here and what we're here to do. Life is a gift. Draw your left shoulder up to your ear, your right hand down, and then your right shoulder up and your left shoulder down. As you go, begin to bend a knee that follows the shoulder lifted. Flex, point your feet, open, close the hands. Out the jaw, you can scooch up your face. Flex. Go. Reconnect to yourself and to all the possibility that's there with you. It's waiting. 3, 2. Center, palms open, legs long. There is no separation. You and the stars, you and the season, you and the source that makes you. All one. All one. Bend your knees, lift your hips, palms face down beneath your seat. Lift your heels. Tap one, tap the other. Work here if you need to. 2 feet together when you're ready. Work here if you need to. Or eventually the legs straighten. Inhale up, exhale down. Strong, deliberate, peaceful. Eyes closed. How can we be brave and release all the things we hold just in case we might need them later? How can we be brave? Thank you, Source, for all that comes in, for all that goes. Thank you. Three, 2, 1. Bend your knees, free your hands. Roll up and roll back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Maybe that's your spot, or hands behind your head. Maybe that's your spot. Or the legs extend as you come up. Right? Or the legs stay long. As you lie back, widen your heels to the outer edge of your mat. As you come forward, bring your feet together and use that coming together to give you a little more oomph to come up. Folding without rounding the back. And lie back and be still. Hands open. The breath is free. The sensation of currents, of winds, of momentum, of movement that you simply initiate and open to, but do not direct. You're the sweet, trusting recipient of care. Deepen your breathing, feel the circulation through your body. The option of reverence for all you are. Focusing your mind, your attention on your inhalation, gather that light, that circulation and energy. Inhaling, gather it into the spine. Exhaling, the spine becoming brilliant. Condensing the energy into light. Inhale the light into the spine, exhale, let it grow brilliant and stable. That you know that this is the center seam of light. Ties you to this life. Let it be bright and clear and sound. Into the spine, and then stabilize the light along that central channel. Then release the effort of the mind and the breath and simply notice the body. Receive the sensation that remains. Pause your playlist if you're using it. Take your time to come up into your seat. Adding any extra layer if you need to, if it's getting cooler where you are. Sitting tall, eyes closed. Let the breath be full and free. Let the body adjust. Feel where your hands rest on your thighs. How your clothes rest on your body. How gravity holds it all in place. We very naturally trust this. Feel how the seat rests on the ground, on the bolster, on the chair, wherever it is. Feel it rest there. And feel that if you were seated on the surface of the earth, that would be the beginning of your root, if you were a tree, or a grass, or a vegetable. Feel the left sit bone and the right sit bone. Feel the space between the two. Feel the front, the pubic bone, the back, the tailbone. Feel the space between the two and where they intersect. This is your root center. Inhale your attention right down into that space, into that center. Pause a beat, let it consolidate, brightening, strengthening, and then exhale right down as though you had roots into the ground. So you inhale, breath down and through the body to the root center. It pauses, consolidates, and descends. Continue and build this downward current of stability. Allow the spine to float out of that root. The back of the neck lengthens, the chin softly in, the upper body floats as the base body settles. Sensation of completion through the body. A sensation of order. A trust in the cycle of that which passes and that which restores. Prana coming in, apana going out. And then release any effort of the breath. It makes its own rhythm, separate from the mind. But your attention rests in that root center. And there see or feel or experience a dark blue triangle pointed down. It has a left point and a right point and a downward point. And out of that downward point is a charge of energy, as though discharging the static, the uncertainty, the frenetic energy of our modern life down and out of the body. not associated with the breath. It may have a crackle like lightning and thunder. Let it show itself to you. Hold the triangle in your mind and invite a discharge of that which is unsettling, that which causes drama, anxiety, distrust, out and down, out of you. It may begin a steady thrum, a simple pulse, or it remains erratic, 30 seconds, just follow. And as you release any effort of the mind and the body, just feel a powerful sense of being grounded and stable, steady. Come back to that sensation whenever you feel tippy, thrown around, rushed, hasty, and settle right there. Your hands wide and high, inhaling up. Palms together right down the middle. Inhale up, open. Right down the middle. One more. Thumbs to the forehead, center, seated, tall, steady, and ready. I am this. Sat Nam. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Balance the vayus. Clear the body and find a participation in all that flow. It's waiting for you. Untether our recurring accumulations of stones from our backs and let us become accustomed to traveling light. Pixie Light Verse. So if you want the newsletter, my recommendations, gift guide, both what to get and how to get it. The how really is the message of the newsletter. You'll find whatever you like. But consider the how. If it's not in your inbox, you can check your spam. If it's not in your spam, it's always on the website. If you can't find it anywhere, contact me and I'll send it to you. I'll see you soon, my love.